aka Raging Cajun Comics, coming to you with another week with another mail call. Got 2 packages from eBay. So I went with a little different route that I never read, and I wanted to try it out. My good friend Valkyrie always tells me to check it out. Said it was a good read. It's from Image Comics, so I ended up getting 2 CGCs. Not bad, 9.8s. Got them at a great price, so let's check them out. I can't wait to get the rest of the series. I did pick up a couple of issues. Let's get the knife going. Alright. And nicely wrapped. We got a little styrofoam action going there. Messy, but easy to take out. All right. That was fast, so I do appreciate that. Nice packaging, always a plus. All right, some more bubble wrap. I like it. We use the recycle that. Plastic off. All right, guys, so here's my first CGC that I picked up from this series. Haven't read it, but I can't wait. It's in an old label, so I'll probably just get this reslabbed later on. And it's a 9.8 Saga number 2. I know number 1's high. Try to get that, and it's kind of crazy in price, but it is beautiful art. And I am going to get some raw copies just so I can read it. And I do take my buddy's recommendations seriously, so I will check that out. So I got a number 2, so I'm super excited about that. And I couldn't pass up on the price. Oh, here we go with package number 2. And I'll let you know what it is. It is another saga book. This one I picked up for super cheap, and the cost of the grading alone is what he was selling it for, so I don't know if he was just trying to get rid of it. Alright, different kind of packaging, but looks secured, so that's good. That's the main thing. So I do appreciate people who do package their items with a different route with newspaper, but some bubble wrap, so that's a good sign. Alright, I can appreciate that packaging. Alright, now I check the bubble wrap. I know you see the top of my head, so I apologize, guys. Just trying to get through this. I was thinking of doing a little live stream in the future to get some of my community friends on top and show off what they picked up for the week, or their comic book day pickups. Oh, a little bit more tape. So, suggestions from you guys would be great. What you guys would like to see. Would you like to see what's more in my collection other than what I purchased, what I have since I was a little kid. So bubble wraps out. All right. It looks nice. Sweet. And we have Saga number 5 at a 9.8 white pages. And I couldn't pass up on the price, so I picked it up. So I'm super stoked, super happy that I have that in my collection. So that's 2 great books that I have. And since the segment I was a little late to go pick up my comic books for the week, so I can't show that this week. I went to my local comic shop, like I say, always. Shout out to Undercity Comics and my internet connection, anything and everything times 2. So shout out to you guys. I'll go get my books later. Hey guys, now I want to show you some of my comic books that I want to recommend for you guys before they get out of price and get too high. This is the X-Men series right here that I'm going to show you, that I think when they come to the MCU, you won't be able to touch. So hopefully you guys can hunt and pick it up to get a good read, or if you get it slab. Slab's going to be a little bit higher. But the first one I have is Uncanny X-Men number 14, the annual, which is Gambit's first appearance. And this is what I named my caller ID off of. So Raging Cajun comic is in honor of Gambit, my favorite Marvel character. So I do have a couple of copies of this, but right now you can probably get it in the $40 price range still. It's still underrated. His first cover appearance is giving the love, and it's more expensive. A 9.8 is about $1,500 right now, so go for the best thing, which is the first appearance. Kind of like the Wolverine 180 and 181. 180, in my opinion, is his first appearance. He's in there in more than one panel before the cover, which is 181, iconic cover, but 180 first appearance. In my opinion, don't get mad at me. That's just my opinion. So everybody has entitled to it. So you can debate it with amongst each other and me. Please DM me anytime on Instagram or here. And then I do have Uncanny 266, which is his first cover appearance, and I do have this signed, and this is not going to get graded. This is just from my personal collection. I have a couple of copies, but this is Gambit's first cover appearance, sorry. And if you want to call it his first full appearance with other people, this is it. But I still say first appearance. But I do love this cover. And this is Jim Lee's first work on him, which is just this little part. So little FYI. And the next one I do have is Uncanny 244, the first appearance of Jubilee. Still underrated on value, so you can jump on this and between $30 to $40. If she gets put in there, it's going to be blowing up even more. This is a newsstand edition, so there's a direct and newsstand for this one. So it's a good book to grab. It reminds me of the X-Men animated series for the people who are a little bit older than normal. Like other young guys probably didn't know that. It's back in the 90s. So that's a good series I remember. And next we have is a villain that I'm going to put in here, which is starting to get a little bit of love, but still affordable. The first appearance of Mr. Sinister, Uncanny X-Men 221. I do have 3 copies. This is my raw ones. I do have a 9.6 signed by Mark Silvestri, since he did do the art and cover. And I think I did have it signed by Chris Claremont as well. And keeping the theme going with villains that I think can be great in the MCU and very underrated. And this book is very underrated. So yeah, I think you can still get it for like under $30. But I honestly believe this will show up first, Mr. Sinister, before Longshot number 3, the first appearance of Mojo. I do have 3 of these. Anytime I see it for a great price and in great condition, I will pick it up. This guy is a great character. I fell in love with him again with the animated series, and it showed Longshot there as well. So I did fall in love with them and started reading the book and totally loved some of the Art Adams, and actually became an Art Adams fan because of that. Number 1, love that art, and just been following him since. And another book that I think is undervalued, and you can still jump in the $40, $50 range. It's starting to get a little love from the people, and you got to have her. And I think she's one of the best drawn, beautiful women in the MCU. And the character they had in the movie, I thought she played it perfect, was New Mutants Annual number 2, first appearance of Psylocke. And which was cool, when I bought this, it came with the Psylocke card. So I enjoyed this book. Very good book to grab if you want to get some X-Men characters. And one of the most iconic covers of all time, in my opinion. This has multiple first appearances and one of my favorite ones in my collection. And right now it's in about $100 range, raw. If you try to get it CGC'd in the high 9s, it's going to go to about $250. So if you can get one raw and look at it and see if it's, excuse me, in good condition, you should get Uncanny X-Men 141. this does have the first appearance of Rachel Summers, Pyro, Avalanche, and Destiny. Excuse me there. This comic has been redone multiple times. Even the Uncanny X-Men did one with X-23 in the front. I think it's the new X-Men, if I'm correct. But I love this cover, and that's a major one to grab if you want to get some multiple first appearances, especially on one book. That's always key. And the next one is getting a lot of love now. It's always in about $150 range. Now it's here going for $450 raw. If you can get that, and if you can spend that kind of money on key characters, and it has two major first appearances and a cameo. So this is going to be 129 Uncanny X-Men, the first appearance of Kitty Pryde, White Queen, and the cameo appearance of the Hellfires Club. This cover is amazing. I love this book. Super happy I got this years ago. Again, multiple first appearances, key X-Men that play in the universe. And another one you want to get, which would be the following issue, and it has their second appearance, and a very underrated book, but still finally creeping up a little in price. Raws were usually $80 to $100. Now they're about $125 to $175, but it's the second appearance of Kitty Pryde and the White Queen, and it does have the first appearance of Dazzler. Not too many people give love to her, but you know, got the nice 80s look right there. There's some potential in this book, especially second appearances. I feel that they go up in price, but that's a couple of books that I recommend if you guys want to jump in. They're nice 80s, 90s books, so you can grab and see if you can get some stuff before they jump into MCU. And these are ranging, you know, from $500 down to $80, $30. So some of these books are affordable still before they go up in price, like Wolverine's first appearance, X-Men #1, giant size X-Men #1, pretty much cat touch. So you can get the other characters just in case. And my best bet would be on Mr. Sinister. There's so much potential to put on his story. And one of the fan favorites would be Jubilee. I still do like her. And then, of course, my favorite, Gambit. Can't wait to see how they portray him. I hope they do him justice. One of the coolest characters in the MCU, in my opinion. So that's all I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys liked the content. But please leave me feedback so I can see what you guys would like. Any live streams with some friends of mine, or just cover some more books in my collection, and I'll just show you what I get every week at the end of the week. All right, thanks guys. See you next time.